Welcome to another episode of Sanford Says. My name is Lisa Holder, Communications Officer for the City of Sanford, and I have a very special guest with me today, Mayor Art Woodruff. Welcome, Mayor.
Hi, thanks, Lisa. Thanks for having me.
This is, December 21. 2021 is at a close almost. We're in the holiday season, and we thought it would be a great idea to have Mayor Woodruff on the show just to talk about where we've been in 2021 and how and where we're headed in 2022 as a city. So, Mayor, it's been a very busy year for Sanford, hasn't it?
It has been. And right now in the holiday season, what's top in our mind is the events that we have just gone through. We had a fantastic Christmas parade. The Tour Our Homes was a fantastic event. Our light up Christmas tree was well attended. We've had a lot of events and things going on downtown. And so just a lot of great activity that's bringing people down and helping them enjoy the season.
Yes, exactly. And Sanford is a wonderful city, all dressed up. If you haven't been down to all these events the mayor has mentioned, come on down, because you would not believe the beautiful Christmas tree in Magnolia Square and just all of the events that we have still going on in the holiday season and our wonderful small businesses downtown Sanford. So, Mayor, what I recall, just recently another big project that we had completed was the Riverwalk, not to mention that incredible amenity that the city has.
Right. We finally completed the Riverwalk all the way down to the zoo, and it will connect to Volusia County, about 5 miles along our side. It's a beautiful amenity for residents and our visitors, and it was great to finally complete that project.
Yeah.
And it was really great that we had a lot of financial partners in that project to help us get it done.
Yes, and speaking of just inviting everybody into downtown and our Riverwalk as an amenity, that there's other development happening in our city, at just an exponential rate.
Right, we have a whole lot of things going on, a lot of commercial development, a lot of residential development. We have had also a lot of apartment complexes coming in, which a lot of people see as sort of a double-edged sword. We've got a lot of people moving here, and we need to provide them places to live. And so we're working on how can we best fit those things in and have the least impact on the rest of the city.
Right, and we welcome all to the city of Sanford, and obviously there's a lot of people that want to be here with all this development as well. So we have great assets here, a great school district as well. So there's so much here in the city of Sanford to offer new residents, and not to mention we have a long list here, folks, but we're going to pull out some of the highlights. But we do know that most recently as well, the news with our sister city in Columbia. I'm not sure.
We've started a sister city arrangement with Rio Negro, Colombia. They are a city somewhat like us, very diverse, sort of near a much larger city, but they also have an international airport. And so it was sort of started as a sharing of those airport opportunities between the two countries, where they would like to start some
importing.
Yeah, some importing, so some cargo traffic, but also some passenger traffic. And so we're working with the airport and with their airport and the two cities to help that happen. And speaking of the airport, we finished a $63 million expansion of our terminal. We've added 4 new gates. We've completely renovated the entire terminal, and we've added 2 new airlines that will be flying to Canada.
That's right, and that is the Orlando Sanford International Airport, which is a hop, skip, and a jump from downtown Sanford here, and it is just a wonderful asset to the city of Sanford. And moving along on this wonderful 2021 list of accomplishments that the city has offered this year, we started a REEI committee.
Right, the Race, Equality, Equity, and Inclusion Advisory Committee. This really came out of a summer ago when there was some unrest and some demonstrations, and we were talking about how best we as a city can address it. And we talked about that we always address it when something happens, but we need a way to be addressing it over time. And so we brought together a very diverse committee that's being led by a group from Valencia Community College, their Peace and Justice
Institute,
yes. that's going to be helping organize that and run those. And so we're looking forward to looking at things the city is doing, things that are being, not just the government, but also throughout the city, to make sure we're doing everything we can to give everyone the same opportunity.
Yes, and in Sanford here, what we do embrace is our diversity, and that is something that it definitely stands out in Sanford. We are a diverse city, and our EEI committee, as you mentioned, Mayor, will just help with the process and making sure, like you said, we are an equitable city as well. And as it relates to our residents and the diversity of residents, we also have several programs. Of course, we have sports leagues and after-school programs, but we have a mentoring program at our Westside Community Center. We also have the My Brother's Keeper initiative that has to do with our youth. We have Mayor's Youth Council. So we are really addressing and embracing all demographics in our city, all age groups, and offering great opportunities for everyone. Correct, Mayor?
Right.
And also, now let's go to, speaking of people, we'll talk about places. So we have our Mayfair Country Club. We have renovations that we were looking to do and some other things with the Seminole Town Center development here. These are things that have not been completed in 2021, but we're looking forward to doing that in 2022, correct?
Right. And just recently at our last commission meeting, we were able to commit $12 million to some projects that we definitely need. And because of we have been able to build up some reserves, so we have the money available to do this. And so we will be looking at a new fire station in the East Lake Mary Boulevard area where we have a lot of development coming in. It will also serve the airport. We've set aside money to build a new clubhouse at the golf course. And also we've set aside money to start renovations at the Sanford Marina. We'll be replacing docks, possibly reconfiguring the entire marina, and eventually we'll be replacing the dry storage facility.
Yes, and that is another incredible asset. If you ever come down to Sanford or walk along the riverfront and Riverwalk, and that marina is just so picturesque on any sunrises, sunsets. So it's great that the city's investing in.
Right, it's not really luck because it's been planned that we have this money available to do these kinds of things.
Yes, and that's a great opportunity for our visitors and our residents. And speaking about visitors, we did create a public-private partnership with the Sanford Main Street this past year that was solidified, and about marketing and advertising Sanford as a destination, because like you said, Mayor, we have an international airport, we have visitors coming in, we have international countries wanting to partner with Sanford at this time. We have flights to Canada. So having a marketing and advertising destination nonprofit organization like Sanford Main Street assisting us is a great thing.
Right, and what's nice about working with Main Street for that is they sort of bring in the partners, and we all can speak with one voice, and it can all be coordinated. So the cities contribute to that effort, the county contributes to that effort, businesses contribute to that effort. It will involve marketing the city, but also at the airport. So they're working with them also.
And thanks to the city and the CRA, the Community Redevelopment Agency, we have our Sanford Free Trolley that continues to transport passengers from Sunrail into our downtown and throughout our area here. And that's also really speaking to our city as a true destination, becoming a true destination. And the Sanford Information Center, which is the building that houses the Sanford Main Street, we have a city store, Mayor. You know that.
That's right. I have used the city store.
We have a city store, folks, and you can buy yourself a city T-shirt for a whopping $5. And share. Christmas is still. Christmas.
We got a couple of days.
Yeah.
You can get down. In fact, I stopped by last week and picked up a couple of T-shirts for Christmas presents.
Yeah. So think about that. If you're listening to this and you need you need to buy some more gifts, get a city T-shirt for your friends and family. And then let's talk about some really great news in our Georgetown community. They're actually going to be installing some really wonderful street markers designating the area labeling the area really as a historic community now.
Right. And well, the big news there is that we have had the historic residential district, which was a National Register district. We've had the downtown business district, which is a National Register district, and now Georgetown has been added to the National Register as a historic district. And it's important that we're celebrating the history of everywhere in Sanford, and that hadn't always been true, but we are making the move to start being better at that.
Yes, and I know that the Young Men of Excellence and I believe the Mayor's Youth Council will be helping install those street markers. So we have our youth community also participating in all of these wonderful projects here for the city of Sanford. And speaking about projects and public art, we've got a lot of things in the pipeline right now.
Right. We've got the Public Art Commission has been very busy. It's always difficult to get projects moving, but we're starting to see the effects of that. The stained glass steeple art on Sanford Avenue has been installed. That was one of their projects. We're going to be wrapping utility boxes, and that is starting very soon. We have commissioned a artist to make some seagull sculptures that will be placed along the Riverwalk. And the Art Commission continues to organize art in the chambers, and so every couple of months a new set of artwork goes up to be displayed in the City Commission chambers. And also we're continuing to look for sites and processes for putting murals up on walls where they're appropriate.
Yes,
and we just had one that was put in when they built San Leon, a new apartment and commercial building there on Sanford Avenue. They wanted to do something with a bare wall, and they did a mural on it.
Yeah, yep. And so this is just a list of varied things that have gone on in 2021, items that took a lot of work by city staff, city commission to put forth, and we can go on and on about other items, but we want to do just a quick recap of some of the highlights from 2021, and looking forward to 2022. We have our Citizens Academy coming back.
That's
Mayor.
Right, it's finally coming back. It's very popular.
Yes. We've got, it's filled. We have 35 citizens that have already signed up. It starts on February 2nd. And we're back to engaging with our citizens and so learning about local government, which is government closest to the people. And we've had really great response to that. And we have a new website.
That's
and
right.
all kinds of new
launched
things.
A new website. It's easier to find information and communicate with the city.
Yep. And of course, on social media. And all of these projects and all of this information can be found on the city website at sanfordfl.gov. Mayor, is there anything that you wanted to just add about 2021 and some good wishes for 2022?
Yeah, we're excited about the opportunities we have in Sanford. I just hope everyone has a great holiday season, and we're looking forward to some great things in 2022.
That's right. And there you have it. That's Mayor Woodruff for you, our mayor for the city of Sanford. This is Lisa Holder, Communications Officer for the city. Thank you again for listening to these episodes on this podcast. It's just another way that we can share what's going on with your local government here in the city of Sanford. And we're always a phone call away, an email away. If you have any questions about any kind of projects, you can also email communicate@sanfordfl.gov. And we're here to answer your questions and have you more educated on what happens here in the city of Sanford, so you are understanding of what, when you see a project on the street, it's not, you're already informed and engaged on how that occurred and what led up to that completion. And speaking of, one last thing is our Myrtle Avenue streetscape we have right here in front of City Hall, which is, that's going to be, how many more parking spaces?
124, 154. I know the number changed.
Yeah, so we're that's going to be a wonderful project.
Well, and we're also looking at adding several hundred more parking spaces throughout downtown.
Okay, well that's a good note to end on, I think.
Yes.
And so thank you again for listening, and we hope you have a wonderful New Year, Merry Christmas, holiday season, and we will see you in 2022. Thank you again for tuning in. Have a great day. Bye now.